I will present to you the math portion of my exhibition project. In math, I use ratios to calculate what the life-size dimensions of my home would be. The first thing that I had to do was find the scale factor. First, I measured what the width was of my model home, and it was 13 centimeters. Then I was given the width of my life-size home, and it was 31 meters. I found the scale factor by dividing the life-size width, 31 meters, by the model width, which is 13, and when I divided 31 by 13, I got 2.4. So my scale factor is 2.4. Then I could set up a ratio for each of the rooms. Here's an example of my kitchen. The length of my kitchen was 4.2 centimeters, and the width was 5.6 centimeters. Then I could multiply the numerator and the denominator by the scale factor of 2.4, and then I get an equivalent ratio with a length of 2.1 meters and a width of 13.4 meters. I then used those dimensions for my life-size home. I started with this ratio here and multiplied it by the scale factor and got this equivalent ratio of 10.1 meters and 13.4 meters. I then used this same process for every room in my house. You can see all of my work here, each of the rooms and what their dimensions would be if they were life-size. The next thing that I did was calculate the volume of my home. The volume of a 3D shape is all of the space inside of it. You can find it by multiplying the area of the base times the height. For my house, I found the area of the base by multiplying 31 times 31, and I got 961. Then I multiplied that number times the height of 31. And so 961 times 31 got me 29,271 meters cubed. That is the volume of my house. The last thing I did was to calculate the surface area of my home. The surface area of any 3D shape is all of the space around it, the area of all of the surfaces. I found it by first finding what is the area of one surface. I multiplied the length times the width of one surface, which was 31 times 31, and I got 961. Then, since in my home there are 6 total surfaces, I multiplied that number times 6, and I got 5,766